Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. This week I don't have a huge project, but I think it's something really cool. I found this at an estate sale this summer, and I think it's a 1960s Craftsman bit set. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what it looks like up close. It's pretty cool. So this is, I believe it's 1960s due to the crown logo, and it's a 6-piece bit set. I haven't checked to see if all of these are Craftsman original, but I believe they are because they all have the blue paint on the bottom, and every one of them is like that. So I'm going to clean these up. I'm going to get these on the wire wheel, polish them up really nice, make them look good. I'm going to clean and polish the holder. And what's cool is 2 of these still have the original Craftsman cap on them. Now this is a 3/4 inch, but they listed as a 12/16. This is a 5/8, but it's listed as a 10/16. I'm not sure why. Maybe, you know, back in the day when guys were using the bit and braces all the time, everything was done in 16ths. I'm not real sure. I still have the original Sears price tag on here of $7.49. If I can clean that up and preserve it, I will. If not, we'll see if we can get that off. So let's get right to it. Well, not going to be much hope of saving this. It's already coming off because I got it wet. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it all the way off and get this cleaned. Scout Crafter had recommended in one of my other videos to try the Rosinol lighter fluid. Well, I don't have any, but I have a vintage can of Zippo, so thought I'd give it a try. And it took that residue off like nobody's business. All right, the next step is going to be to do a little compounding with this Turtle Wax product and see if I can clean this paint up a little bit more and brighten the white up. And if I hold it in the right light, I can see a little bit of difference, but not much. Going to get some wax on here. Let that haze up real good and then buff it off. Okay, for the bits, it looks like the blue paint came up to about right here, but I've got rust all the way down to here. I'm going to try and leave this alone and just wire wheel down to this point, fiber wheel, whatever I'm going to do, but they look to be in really good shape with very little use. Oh, they thread right in. There's a threaded hole in there, if you can see that. It's kind of cool. This would make a really nice set if I had all these. I'm going to get a little plastic on these and see if they'll shine up a little more. Okay, first pass over the wire wheel. It's got the maker's mark and size here, as well as the part number. I'm going to use my little plastic wire wheels here to clean up all the areas that I couldn't get with the big wire wheel. This is a 120 grit wheel. I think that's going to be good enough, and I'm going to polish these. All right, there's a good sample of what they look like before, and then this is after wire wheel, fiber wheel, and polishing. All right, I got all the bits cleaned up. Really, the only thing left to do is to give them a try. I've got an old Stanley Handyman brace here. This was it's a ratcheting unit, actually given to me by a friend of mine here in town. Steve, thank you very much. I'm gonna put this thing to the test now. All right, I've got it braced up in the chuck. Let's see how well these things work. That did a good job. Put a nice hole through it. All right, there's my 6-piece Craftsman bit set, all cleaned up. This cleaned up okay. I wish it would have come out a little bit brighter, but that's all right. The bits came out really nice. We tested them, they work. Now I'm gonna get it hung on the wall. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. I told you it's going to be a pretty simple, easy project this week, but very satisfying for me. This cleaned up pretty good. The bits cleaned up really well. They shined up really nice. The 1-inch had a little bit of pitting in it, but it wasn't too bad. Tested one out. They work great, and I think it looks awesome on display. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.